Hey, it's your girl Tianna Bianca.
And it's your girl Ray Wilson.
And you were watching It's That Time. Yes, okay. Welcome to episode 1, series 1. That's what's up. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How are you?
I'm good. If you notice, we've got a guest with us today. Big up Romy Reacts.
That is it. Yes, glad to be here.
Good.
Well, we're glad for you to be here too. So thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for coming. So we're going to just let the people know how we know you and kind of get into it. So, how should I say? All right, so basically I posted something on TikTok. Let me just keep it real. I posted something on TikTok. It was like a snippet of like one of our previous series, which we didn't actually post.
Yeah.
And I put it out there and it got a big response, one of which was Romy. And we're just going to basically watch it now. And yeah, then we'll go from there. You ready, guys? Okay.
My husband that I'm with now, he's not I would say my type is like...
Her look had me weak. She was like, girl, if you don't just shut up already, like you're already married, why are you on here trying to embarrass your man? If a guy says you're actually pretty, just take it for what it is. Why are you deep in it and making it something that it probably wasn't? Because now what you're doing is you're on that panel saying, I wasn't really attracted to him, but we found our attraction through a common liking in something or a goal, whatever she was saying. Why would you go on there and say that? It just sounds corny at that point. At that point, it's like, well, why are you with him? Because you'll probably jump ship or cheat if the guy who you really wanted you. But I get it. The guy who you really wanted didn't want you. And so that's why you settled for him. Yeah, okay.
Woo! Okay.
Okay, can I just say something first, yeah? Because you mentioned about my face and my reaction to it. She said, I have a resting bee face. So that's just a natural face that I have. All my friends know me like that. So it's just me trying to like understand where she's going with it. But it's not to come across as I was just like, you're chatting rubbish.
Shut up, girl.
No, it's not that. But anyway, yeah, carry on. So yeah. Okay.
Well, we're giving you the platform for you to just be like, yeah.
I mean, I was just going off the content and what I saw on the content, to be honest, because it seemed as though you were saying one thing, but then to me, I was taking it another way. If you would like to elaborate on what you said in the video, because obviously I watched the whole video before I stitched it. So, yeah, you can explain.
Yeah, because I can appreciate it's only a clip of a whole video which isn't actually out. So I've been married for 7 years now. Now, I would say my husband looks like Trey Songz, and Trey Songz is attractive. But if my type is Morris Chestnut, my type is Morris Chestnut. And I think what it is people, they hear your type and they automatically jump and think you're not attractive. But that doesn't mean you're not attractive. It just means you're not my type. Yeah, it's not my usual person. Yeah. And my usual person, I left him, boo. Okay, so that goes to show that, you know, just because someone's your type don't necessarily mean that he's going to be the one for you. Had that being said, just because my husband's not my type, it doesn't mean I'm going to cheat, because there's so much levels where he is my type. And sometimes it's like, it's so small-minded. And obviously back then I was like in my early 20s. So type was really a thing for me. Now it's like, do you know what? We connect on so many different levels. I'm so glad that I stepped away from trying to draw for somebody that was my type, because I would have missed out on you.
Yeah.
And that's basically what it is. But I can understand and like obviously he said to me, I'm not his type, I get it, but I'm so confident and I'm the one that got the ring. It's just it is what it is.
Wait, he said that he's not your type or you're not his type.
I know I'm not my husband's type. My husband has always basically been out with like mixed race girls or light skinned black girls. So I'm his first dark skinned black girl.
How do you feel about that?
I don't feel no kind of way, because I'm confident with myself. And like I said, I didn't propose to myself. He proposed to me. So
So hearing that, Romy, what
what's your thoughts?
Like, what is your thoughts? Because
I mean, I just feel like there's red flags there, because it's like, why is it that he's now just choosing you? And why is it that he goes for a certain type that's not you? That's what I'm trying to understand. Is there settling involved?
I hear that. I mean, why would it be settling though?
Yeah.
Because you guys are basically saying that you're not each other's type, but yet you still tied the knot. So I'm trying to understand, what was it that compelled you to get married, to tie the knot, when you guys had so many differences in attraction? Because I feel like even though that's a small part in people being together, I feel like it's a major factor in why people actually want to be together, is we're attracted to each other.
So I did say in the clip that once I was with my husband and I realised that he had that same drive as me. He's a go-getter. I'm a go-getter. Like, I'm solid within myself. There was a lot of experience where he was like, you ride for me and I would ride for him. And just that loyalty, just that actual, forget about the And like I also did say, he's attractive. Like, I'm not going to say...
But he doesn't tick all of your boxes.
Just by the skin colour. Like, I feel like that's such a small thing. He's still a black man. Just a lighter tone black man. I feel like that's such a small part of it. And my point that I was trying to get across, because when he said to me, you're actually pretty, again, obviously that was a small part of it.
Yeah.
I was coming from uni and he was going through my Instagram and actually looking at me like, raw, like, even though this girl's not my type, she is actually like really attractive. So I feel like I opened his eyes to a different type that he wouldn't normally look at.
Right.
Yeah. So how can that be a red flag if, all right, do you say that you are the same person 5 years ago? Do you think the same that you did 5 years ago?
No, I definitely don't. My thought processes change as I get older. But yeah, that's just how I see it. Yeah.
So do you feel like if I came across another dark-skinned man that was in my type bracket, I could maybe flee to him? You can be honest as well.
Yeah, this
like,
is a
you're not in the middle because we're going to hurt you.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, it's tough. I just think that, I mean, it's a normal thing to go for someone you're attracted to. I'm trying to still understand how he could say, you know, what he said is like, either you're attracted to her or you're not. Because I feel like you deserve to be with someone who views you in the most beautiful way. I feel like you deserve that. So if you don't get that, then somewhere along the line is just a red flag. It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah.
Do you believe in opposite attracts as well? Because sometimes I feel that opposite attracts.
I can't speak. Okay, I can't speak for me specifically, but
no, you have to speak for you.
Yeah, that's the thing.
No, I'm gonna say no.
No, okay.
Yeah,
I feel like there has to be something common that brings two people together, a common goal, common interest. Like you said, I agree with what you said, but I do feel like that is a very important thing, because if my partner was saying to me like, oh, I'm not their type, then I would always still feel a way. Like, I wonder if that person would jump ship if things was different, or they saw someone who did tick all of those boxes, because she's basically saying you don't tick all of those boxes. So it's like, if I don't tick all of them boxes, you can't help but wonder if there's someone out there who would, or who does. And it just creates that sort of red flag in my mind, where it's like, I'd rather just be with someone who actually, you know what I'm saying, sees me in the way I want to be seen.
But do you, okay, so in that sense, right, because this is kind of something that I touch on based on in my sort of scenario, where I think I did a post which kind of went a bit viral, where I said, I'm not looked at as the dream girl. There's always like one thing that ticks all the everything ticks all the boxes, but one thing in particular that is not. So I'm either the good time girl, or I'm either the good enough. So my thing is, a girl like me that is pretty much single, and I'm just like, okay, like, you know, I'm trying out there, and do I just take that person as face value, or is it a case of, do I just wait until that person like comes and ticks all the boxes? Like for me, in a way, it's like it's quite hard.
Yeah.
Especially where there's one person that I do really like.
Yeah.
And it's like they look at me as just whatever they look at me as, I don't know. But for me personally, I struggle in that where I'm looked at as the dream girl.
Yeah.
So.
But you were saying that you don't feel like black men. You said
yeah. I don't
men.
feel, but I don't. That's the thing. I actually don't feel like I've not had any good experience, and that's just me just saying like in general. And a lot of people say like, oh, it's because maybe you're not open enough. You're not open to other you know races. But I do like, again, like coming back to attraction base. I am attracted more to
black men. So
it's like, what do you think of that, or where I'm taking that in terms of stance wise? Am I being too picky, like, or?
I think you should take a man serious that takes you serious. He's treating you the way you deserve to be treated as a woman.
Yeah.
I think that's very important. Being with someone who treats you less than you know you deserve, you're doing yourself a disservice and you're asking for problems. Because I feel like when you know what you want as a person, and you say, this is my line, I'm not going below that, that person has no choice. They have no choice. Either you transform into the man I need you to be, especially if you're interested in them, or you kick rocks, because I'm not going to waste my time trying to change somebody. And it's like, I heard a quote once and it says, you have to ask yourself this question when you meet someone for the first time, like right where you meet them at. Could you love them if they never changed? For right as they are now, could you love them, yes or no, if they never changed? And if the answer is yes, I could, that's the person for you. Because you're willing to work with their imperfections as it is, and you accept their flaws. You accept the fact that they may be clumsy, they may have different things about them you may not like, but you still love them anyways. I think that's so powerful. And in this generation, I feel like that has been lost. I think that it's all short-term enjoyment, short-term. A lot of people are getting in relationships for social media,
of course,
to show off and say, I'm in this relationship, I'm in that relationship. They're not really happy.
So then I have to interject, because if you're saying if you can be with somebody against all their flaws and what have you, I don't see your type as a flaw. So if I say to you, okay, cool, I've been in a relationship for 11 years and married for 7 years, and obviously now I'm beautiful, I'm my husband's type. Now my husband is my type. Would you still say that there's red flags? Because what I really want to get across is all females, all males out there that are still in that small-minded place that I was once at in my early 20s, forget about if they're your type or not. Are you attracted to them? Run with it then. Don't worry about, because he's not my type, because you could be missing out on something. Like up here, it's so much beautiful, it's so much powerful than just the physical. The physical. Now, if you're going to cheat on someone just because the skin complexion, that's a joke. And obviously, that's the reason why I've invited you on, to just see if I could give you, after obviously going in depth of, you know, what I meant by that, to see if I could change your view. Because let's face it, podcasts are about helping people. I believe so anyway. Everyone has a podcast, but it's like, what do you really want to get out of having a podcast? If you can actually change somebody's views and help them for the better. Now, next person that watches this that is so uptight about, no, he's got to have this and he's got to have dreadlocks, and like, you could be missing out on your perfect person just because you're so uptight about that small detail. You know, don't like hold that so tightly, because personality is more. Seriously, it really is more. So yeah,
I think people as a whole can be very immature when it comes to like meeting people. So you could actually come across someone who's good for you. Deep down, you know they're good for you, but something in you just doesn't want to go there. And I think that's what it is. A lot of people want what they can't have, or they settle. They settle, and they're not really happy.
this settling thing. I'm gonna draw. I'm
I
trying
wanna
to,
try and, like,
So, because I feel like you're saying I'm settling.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. That's what I'm like, okay.
So I'm like, you just keep it real, brother. So you feel like I settled.
Based off the video, it seemed that way, but I hear what you're saying. You're saying you come to love your husband for how he is now. You know what I'm saying? But it was like at first he wasn't exactly who you was attracted to. He didn't tick every box. And I think for me,
that's not true.
That's not true.
I didn't say he wasn't attractive. I've never said he wasn't attractive. Like I said, you think Trey Songz is good looking?
Of course he is.
I think 100%. Trey Songz is good looking, but he's not Morris Chestnut.
That's what I mean.
Morris Chestnut
tick those boxes.
is my type, but Trey Songz is still nice looking. Yeah. So I've never ever said my husband's not attractive.
And they're both handsome, so that leads to the thing.
And they're both
like,
black men.
You can't have it all. I think that's what it is. Like, you can't have it all. I think it's about loving what you do have and respecting what you do have when it's good. That's what it's all about. Because we keep thinking the grass is greener and it's not. And I see that a lot in society today. Not with you specifically, but in general, I'm seeing that a lot. People think the grass is greener on the other side. They go on social media. They look at all the people in their DMs and say, yeah, I have all these options. No, they're not. They just want something from
temporary.
you.
Yeah.
Right? So when you actually find someone who treats you right, like you say, who has personality, who's a vibe, who has all of these qualities to them, that person has substance, and that's a person worth keeping.
Substance.
100%. I agree with that.
Are you in a relationship?
I'm not, but I've been in one. And
was she your type?
She was. Yeah, and it's tough, it's tough sometimes.
Maybe you should have gone with not your type. You might still be in a relationship. What happened?
I mean, we just grew apart. I feel like little arguments, little disagreements, it just led to an overall breakdown. But what I took from that was so much, just the things we went through within the relationship. You don't really process all of that stuff till you're on the other side of it. And it could be years of unpacking. For me, it was years of unpacking just a lot of stuff that we endured in a relationship. But, because especially when you care about the person, it's not always easy to let go of those, those emotions, those feelings. You have to put them into context. And I think for me, that's kind of what I done. And then just looking at the state of the world right now and seeing the way how things is as a general, I just think that the dating game is very unrealistic. People want more than they actually deserve. There's entitlement.
Oh, yeah. But do you think it's the newer generation that is like this? Because I feel like our generation, the Gen Zs, because I feel like our generation, I mean, you must be...
I'm born in the 90s, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you're in our level.
Right.
But I think it's the younger demographics that act like this, because we know as our generation, we know what we want. We're in that stage now. We know who we want to settle with and so forth. So we've got our minds straight. Whereas the younger generation's a bit like, we're not sure. And everything is open now. They can go on dating apps. And social media is kind of like a new dating app where they just meet people on there as well. So, I mean, what do you think on that scale where it's like you've just pointed out, like obviously everything is like unrealistic. It's like these days I see the generation now, if it's not about money, they don't care. If it's not about, what you have, they're not really looking at you like that. And that's what's so like, we hear about love. I'm sure when you married your husband, you weren't looking at him, what's your status, like what's your job or anything. You looked at him as person. And this is what I'm saying, it's the difference between the generations.
And that's
now.
Extremely rare.
Very you don't rare. Get that at the moment now.
And so when I came out of my relationship, I kept experiencing that with girls in general. Unrealistic expectations, just a lot of manipulated minds, programmed minds. And I'm noticing a lot of herd mentality with just a lot of people in general following the crowd and what other people are telling them to believe. You go on TikTok, you see people sitting up in panels talking about things they have no deep understanding of. You're actually programming people that are listening to you, what you're saying. And I think it's very important to understand what's actually going on in the world, because I feel like now it's getting to a point where it's like, get into a bad relationship, it can be the end of you, because I'm seeing a lot of people being unalived in the wrong relationships. Domestic abuse. I don't know, like, even though I may talk about women on my podcast, I still love women and respect women. And there's certain things I see going on in the world, and it's crazy. Like, a lot of guys don't know how to take rejection, and they end up killing a girl just because they can't handle the rejection. Like, they haven't been taught it's okay to be rejected. There's plenty more fish in the sea. But these guys, they're very weak-minded. And why is that? It's society. A lot of these guys, they're focused on the wrong thing. I made a video the other day talking about, you know, first thing guys wake up and think about is pussy. Like, you're gonna fail in life because there's steps to this thing. Like, first you need to focus. You need to focus on the money. The money leads to the freedom. The freedom leads to the power. The power leads to respect, and the respect leads you to the pussy. A lot of guys, if they understood that, they'll be more on their purpose, and it would just, life will become so much more easier. But instead, they wake up and they think about the wrong things. They go out, they get rejected, they can't take it, they crash out.
You've mentioned two things that I kind of want to shift over to. You mentioned having respect for women, and you mentioned life being easier for them. Now, over the past week, I've had like a lot of guys say, I'm an artist, Ray's also an artist, we both sing. And so I've had a lot of guys say to me, like, you know, it's easier for you because you're a female, you can just get out there and you got assets and people will follow you. And I'm like, it's harder, because as much as, all right, your podcast is you just kind of keeping it real and saying what's on your mind. But you don't realize the effect that your words have. And just like my girl over here, that said, like, I don't know if black men like me. You lot actually have a lot of power. And we are the minority, we're black women. So number one, we're trying to achieve something in this industry, and before we can even do that, we've got to jump over hurdles like men taking us seriously, paying for studio time, and still men feeling like we can hold your music if you don't want to run that bumps. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot. So when you say that you have respect for women, and I believe you, I do. I believe like your content is just your content. But I feel like you have a responsibility, especially not just for the women today, the younger generation. And obviously on our show, we also have an emerging artist, Atalia. She's, I'd say, the Gen Z generation. So we'll be talking to her later on. But they look at you guys, and the male for her generation look at you guys, and you lot set an example, and they're just following you. So it's like, if you respect that woman, say it's cool to respect women in public, because all we see is men, especially black men, disrespecting black women.
I agree, and that's why I believe it was yesterday, right? I came across this woman, right? I was scrolling through TikTok casually. And there's this woman, right, and she had this business. This business is like, she has like different toy products for children. And I'm just watching her casually, just doing her thing, scrolling. I'm there for a few seconds. I'm gifting her. I see her son run in the room. And they just had a moment where they connected, and they were laughing together. I hear the kid laughing, but the laugh was so pure. Like, that child is being nurtured and loved. And when I saw that, it compelled me to make this video where I'm bigging her up. I'm saying, you see, this is why it's so important to have mothers, right? Mothers who generally care about their children, who are raising them with love and nurturing and all these things, because when that kid grows up, he has a chance to make it. She has a chance to make it. But when it's the other way around and the kid has to learn for themselves certain things because they've lacked that, they've been in care, they've been in all these different things in the streets, all these things lead these kids to a weak mindset, where some of these kids end up, you know, doing like what happened to that girl, Eliane Adnam, who got stabbed going to school. That should never be happening. Why did that happen? Somewhere along the line, that young man was failed too. Not to give him an excuse, but he was failed, and because of that, he has been a failure to society and killed that young girl, took her life away. She didn't deserve that. So I feel like with my content, it's very hard sometimes because I do think about how others will feel, because it comes back to me. It's a ripple effect. When I put that energy out, expect it back.
Yeah.
I don't always get love on my page. Sometimes it's hate, but I notice something. Anytime I speak the truth, that's when people will comment. That's when people will, you see
triggering, that's why.
Yes. Yeah. But I feel like we can't stop mincing our words. We have to be real, because if we don't be real, change will never happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Black people are like hard-headed, very hard-headed. We believe what we believe and no one can tell us different. Even I'm hard-headed sometimes, but I'm still open to hearing you guys' opinion and respecting that. I'm here because I want to understand where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? And I do understand. I just think it's about being real from a man's point of view and holding ourselves accountable and to show the women how we feel from our point of view. And my hope is that you guys will hold each other accountable. At the end of the day, all we can do is point fingers. It's up to you guys to take accountability. For the man them, I speak specifically to them and I say certain things to them. I don't like simps with a passion. I feel like simps are a big problem.
What's simps?
Yeah,
Simps are low value men that they lack,
simple.
very simple. Like they lack substance. They lack purpose. All they do is sit under a girl's live all day long chatting and they get nowhere with her. They waste their time doing the most. There's nothing wrong with spoiling a girl who likes you. I always tell guys, like the girls that like you. Stop chasing after girls that don't give you the energy back.
Yeah, it's true.
You're wasting your time. You look like a big waste man and you're doing nothing with yourself. And all you're doing is creating entitlement in these women, right? You're creating entitlement. And I can't blame those women for using those guys. Matter of fact, I encourage it. Use them.
No, don't use it. Don't use it.
You see how raw I am? And when I say this because I think it's very important to understand that these guys have to wake up.
Yeah.
You're being used, but I can't tell you you're being used. You have to realize you're being used. Because when time passes and you have nothing to show, no career, no future, no girl, what have you been doing all this time? Just wasting your money.
Have you ever had heartbreak?
I've had it once in my life. Like I said, I've been in one serious relationship in my life. I feel like that was heartbreak enough for me to realize I don't want to put my hand in the fire without knowing first that it's real.
I agree.
And so, you see, after you were heartbroken, has that now changed how you act and treat women?
In the beginning, I'll be real. In the beginning, yes, because I was trying to understand all these emotions that I felt, you know, because it was a huge disappointment. When you really love someone, you plan your whole life with them, you set your future with them. There's so much you had in mind that is dead. And I think overcoming that hurdle along the way, you become bitter. And it's not just men, it's women too. There's so many women that feel that way because of things they've been through. And it's the same with guys. I guess we show it different. Or for me, that's what led me to start creating content. But first, I was a student of the game before I made content. I used to watch a lot of Kevin Samuel's content, a lot of other people's content, just to understand. I'm hearing other women having deep conversations about these topics, and it just really shaped my mind and understanding as a whole how the world is.
No, I hear you. Well, I love that. Do you have anything to add, Ray? Before we go to our break?
Yeah, because well, thank you anyway. Thank you for sharing that, because that's quite important. And I think it is important for men to hold accountability for how they treat women. We're in a world now where it's like we're seeing it for ourselves that women like us are not protected.
Yeah.
And
100%.
There needs to be a change.
I don't like that one bit, because even me, like now I'm at a place where I can absorb some of the negativity that is the reality of how things are in a dating game without necessarily letting it get to me mentally or changing my behaviors towards women. I'm past that now, but I fully understand the way the world is. A lot of guys have a weak mind, and they, instead of educating themselves to understand, because a lot of guys they feel so negative towards women because they don't understand how to process and internalize what is going on, or the dating market, where they actually are in the market. Like, you may not qualify for the person in your mind that you believe you deserve. And I feel like that's real. Like, you know, I feel like people need to look more inward instead of looking so much outward. Everything is backwards now. I'm seeing a lot of things that shouldn't be. Men acting more like women, women acting more like man.
Yeah.
Masculine.
And it's sad. It's sad because it's like a real like a real man who wants to talk to a woman in real life. A black man might feel a bit hesitant to talk to the black woman because society is showing the woman has mad attitude. So is black woman with mad attitude, with this, with that.
That's
and
because
third.
of you guys. Like, if we're gonna keep it real, I know we wrapping up trying to get to our break here, but I'm just keep it real. That's because of you guys, because we try to express ourselves and we try to like let you know how we feel. Naturally, number one thing, it doesn't matter if you're African or you're Caribbean, we are very passionate when we speak.
Exactly, yeah.
So when we try to be like, yes, we use our hands and we're just very animated and we try to express ourselves and we get shut down. As soon as we like start to move our hands or do something, then the guy's like, not interested.
What's the other word?
But
the
then
UKBs, all of that. All the things.
I don't agree with that generic term. Don't get me wrong. It's not funny, but people see it as funny.
What term was it? I didn't even hear.
UKBs.
What? Who's a beast?
That's what I'm saying. But that's how that's the terminology for us as women, because when we act up, like, again,
we turn to beast.
We just angry, like we're just.
Can I be so real on this podcast?
You see what I mean?
Yeah. Say that again.
Can I be so real on this podcast?
Go on, please.
The BBC is the one who released that terminology, to my knowledge, right? To the furthest of my knowledge, the BBC released that terminology towards Nella Rose. In my opinion, it's racism.
I thought it was before.
Well, that's when I first heard of it.
Okay.
When she went into that jungle and all of that was going on. Nigel Farage was there. I think the whole country had a lot of opinions around, certain conversations they were having.
Okay, so touching on that, I know that now that's from the BBC. Why is it now that it's still continuing with our people of our own race?
Yeah.
Because
that continues, and especially the demographics that keep doing that are men that continue to keep that roller coaster of UK beast and all of that on comments when they see a lot of why
didn't they support her?
Why did they not back that?
There's a lot of hurt, lonely people out there that will take these generic terms to hurt the other side because they want them to feel how they feel. It's a lot of projecting going on in the world. And I believe that's what it is, because for our own kind to call ourselves these things or call another black woman that from a man just shouldn't be happening. But why is it happening? Because
self-hate.
Right. It's either that or they can't get who they want. So in return, they just want to throw comments at the other side and vice versa. And I just feel like that's what there's a lot of hurt in our community and we're doing it to ourselves. No other race or people are actively destroying themselves at the rate that our own people are. And I feel like that's why on my platform I try to be as raw as possible, because I feel like there's not a lot of people that are being real with people. They just want to tell them what they want to hear so they get the likes, the views. I don't always get the likes and views I feel I deserve, but I say the truth, at least from how I see it. And I feel like the people that are seeing it are starting to pay attention and are starting to have these dialogues that in our community we need to talk about these things going on.
And where it stems from as well.
Where it stems from. Because if we don't deal with the root cause of the problem, it's like a virus that spreads and it gets worse till we have a race of babies that hate the ladies, like Tupac said.
Well,
so
we
that's
already
what's
have
going
that.
on.
It's continuing to still grow within the new generation.
It is.
So where do we put a stop?
Because I can say from a man's point of view, from my point of view, when I went through my heartbreak for the first time, trying to understand what I'm going through, and that's when Kevin Samuels first started coming out, all this stuff, it was so easy to become misogynistic I had to learn these terminologies and educate myself on misandry and misogynist and all these words, because I realized, oh, this is what's going on. Oh, this is what they're trying to program me to believe, that I should hate women because of what's going on as a whole in the world. But no, I feel like educating yourself
is to divide. And the whole reason why they brought in the welfare system is to break up our families. If you break up a black man and a black woman, if you break them up, now they're defenseless. The black man doesn't have that support from the woman, and the woman doesn't have that protection from a man.
Yeah.
And now they're broken up, they can conquer and divide, and that's what they've been able to do.
Yeah.
Literally what it is. But now it's changing. A lot of people are getting married. A lot of people coming together. Like, there's a lot of research realizing, okay, no, you were once this. You don't have to watch Roots for your history. You were kings and queens.
Yeah.
You know, we're being uplifted, we're being embraced, but we just need more of it.
We need more of it from our brothers.
Yeah.
100%.
No, I personally think there's no race of women, in my opinion, more beautiful than a black woman. I will say it, even though, there's times I'm pulling my hair out behind a black woman, but I still say it because it's very true. That's how I see it. I feel like the world is just trying to turn us against each other, and the agenda is to slowly make us extinct.
Yeah.
And that has been the goal since before the 90s. Introducing all the liquor stores in every corner. All these things are to destroy us.
Yeah.
They want us to become alcoholics. They want us to go down certain paths. They want us to lose touch with ourselves.
Yeah, that's where
we're cultured people. We're supposed to be united. We're supposed to be able to see our black woman on the street and be like, what? Everything all right? You want me to help you with your bags? I'm that way. If I see a woman struggling up some stairs and she got a pram, I'm going to lift it for you. That's just how I am. So I feel like this generation is being manipulated for 100% and brainwashed.
No, I fully hear that.
All I can do is just speak on certain subjects, and when it comes to how I feel like certain things are pertaining to the woman, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna mince my words, I'm gonna be honest. You may not like certain things I say, but this is coming from a black man's frustration, because at the end of the day, real men like me, we wanna learn how to actually be able to have a conversation with a black woman we don't know without it leading to disrespect, or just to feel comfortable. I feel like just being comfortable, that if you was to see a black man, you would at least think in your mind, damn, if I fell on my face, I'm sure he's gonna lift me up.
Yeah, bro's gonna look out for me. Yeah, no.
That's how it should be, right? Because if I saw you fall over, I'm running over there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna walk past you just because I've been rejected in the past, so I'm gonna close off to all women. No. That's what the world wants to do. They want to manipulate us. They want us to hate our own black women. I was pushed out by a black woman.
Come on.
So that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. I just feel like we need to wake the F up.
Yes, speak on it. I agree.
I hear that. I love that. And obviously we're going to actually have to run to a break now. But I just want to say thank you so much for coming. And also, like, if you get trolled, just invite them on, because I wouldn't have known how nice you are from that stitch. So listen, that's what I'm saying. Like, just be open-minded. This is why you can't take social media so seriously, because you can hear someone's opinion and then be like, oh my gosh, who?
I don't like him.
Yeah, I looked at it and I laughed and I said, no, I gotta get him on. I gotta get him on.
But thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much, man. And we definitely will have you back again. Take care. And we're going to go to the break.
Okay, it's a pleasure, guys. Thank you so much.
Everyone, and welcome back to It's That Time. We have a special guest here, singer, songwriter, Atalia. How are you, my love?
I'm good, thank you.
You look so glowy today. We're very excited for you to be here. We are here to talk about
your new single,
with your lovely mother here, Tianna, Bianca.
You didn't know that.
And also discussions in regards to obviously what we've been talking about previously before.
And the reason behind your song and why you wrote it. And so, let's get into it, girl.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Good. Well, we're happy for you to be here.
Thank you.
You wrote a song with your mum.
Yeah.
The song. The song.
What's the song title? I know it.
Chasing Dreams.
Chasing Dreams. Okay, yeah, Chasing Dreams. So, what made you write this song? What was your inspiration writing this song?
Can I explain the setting first? So, like, I want to
go ahead. Yeah, take the floor. Yeah.
So, we were in South Africa.
Okay.
And my mum had a friend round who lived out in South Africa, and he made a beat for her, like just all the instrumental and whatnot.
Lutro, the beats.
Yeah.
Big you out, Lutro.
And so my mum was recording, and she'd already started writing her lyrics. And so what she was writing about was the whole like dreams part. And so I kind of just jumped on once she asked me to, and gave my input. Like my verse was, what I wrote was like, nothing's gonna hold me back, I know where I'm going. Nothing's gonna hold me back. And then the bridge part, show your potential, tell them what you're about, breathe it in, breathe it out.
You're just talking. You might as well sing. You might
as well
give
give us a
you might as well give it a little a cappella because
Yeah.
you're giving the whole lyrics.
Nothing's gonna hold me back, I know where I'm going, nothing holds me back. So, show your potential, tell them what you're about. Breathe it in, throw it out. Don't let negativity hold you down. Breathe it in, throw it out. And then it goes back into the chorus.
Yeah. That's my girl. That's
Come
my
on,
girl.
girls. Yes, I love it, love it, love it.
Yes.
So, Tianna, I mean...
Okay, so all right, I know we wrote the song together, but I'm trying to be all professional now. So try not to look at me as mummy. What do you feel? Because I know that the music today, what's the red? What's her name?
Sexy Red.
Yeah, Sexy Red.
Okay.
Yeah. Brown booty hole and all that stuff. Like, obviously, I know that's the trend in music and stuff. So how do you feel like this song's going to do for your generation? Because you're literally speaking about the total opposite. And this kind of music, this kind of positive narrative, telling people that, you know, you can chase your dreams and you can do what you want. How do you feel like it's going to be accepted for your generation? Because how old are you, Talia?
15.
Wow.
Yeah. So how do you feel like it's going to be accepted in your generation?
Well, to be fair, when I done the single review, Girls Night Out, like after maybe a month of that being out, like I had people like kind of mocking it, like, oh, Girls Night Out, and I know why, because it's not like that type of typical music. So, well, of our generation. So with this one, I'm kind of like in the middle of it. It's not obviously as like, I wouldn't call it childish, but not as like.
So I think we might have to explain a little bit, because give a backstory, because they don't know. So like during lockdown, at the time, how old was you when we did a song? We actually have
11,
so we've had a song with each other before. When she was 12, I was kind of introducing her into the music world. And so she was 12 and we did a song called Girls Night Out. Like, it's our time to be free now. We're out of lockdown. Let's enjoy ourselves. So that's what she's basically talking about. She's talking about that. Her friends heard it and was like, oh, Girls Night Out. Yeah, because shake that ass, shake that ass.
Oh,
It's
okay,
like,
so yeah,
that kind of
the
music's
difference.
more, you know, popular. So with this one, you're telling people to chase your dreams. What about the genre of it? Because it's amapiano.
That's in right now, so I feel like that part of like the genre and the type of music that would do definitely well.
Because of Tyler, right?
Yeah. Lyrics wise, I still feel like it would do well because it's like positive. Like, who doesn't like positive music? But it might not like catch the attention of like people my age straight away, unless it's like viral or something, or like doing really well. Like, no hate on the song. It's my song. I love it.
Of course,
But,
absolutely, 100%.
for people of my age, I don't necessarily think they'll be so like quick to thinking, oh, this is a good song, since it's not like
Shake
about,
your ass, or get that money, or you that hoe. Yeah. I mean, right.
Yeah.
Why is it you guys' mindset is that? Why does that stand out for you? And obviously, I know I'm your mum, but you can keep it real for the sake of this podcast. Like, why does that kind of music stand out to your generation?
I could say because it's catchy, but I don't think that's it. Like, because there's many songs that are catchy. Like, My Girl, Lean On Me, and they're all, like, not so...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm not so sure on that question there. But...
do you think they like what they... Do you lot actually realise what you're singing?
Yeah.
And do
I
you
think,
realise...
they must know.
Yeah.
I think it's that moment of, again, what sells is what...
Sex.
Pretty much is what is out there. It is that...
It's like... Sorry.
No, go ahead, darling.
It's like love songs, like, they're always popular. And it's, like, it's not far off from, like, sexual songs. Like, obviously, there's the toxic love and there's all different types of love. And, like, sexual love is kind of... Like, anything that is, like, love-related in music, I feel like it's going to do well.
Yeah.
And just sexual love is a part of that.
But then I feel like if you say like, oh, you're the love of my life, it's going to be less popular than saying bust the windows out your car. Because I feel like negativity is more like,
actually sells what's out there, really, in a sense. I mean, who would you say, artist-wise, you listen to? Like, who's like, who inspires you?
I love Ariana Grande.
Oh, okay, well.
She loves her work. I really just deeped it. You really love Ariana Grande. What is it about Ariana Grande that makes you love her music so much? Her work ethic.
Her work ethics,
Yeah, I love that.
I like Ariana Grande.
Yeah, no, I like her too.
I love her music, and yeah, you're right. Her work ethics are 100% up there. So it's good that you have that inspiration. And her music as well is about love. And, you know, I like that. That's what she pushes out to the generation, because she knows that she has younger generation like yourself that listen to her music. So the music that she produces helps you and inspires you to write, you know, the Chasing Dreams and Lean On Me and so forth. So I get that. I understand that with Ariana Grande. So what are your goals and your aspirations by doing what you do at the moment? Where do you see yourself in, I guess, 5-10 years or so from now?
Since young, I've always wanted to be like just a celebrity. I just wanted to be a celebrity, like whether modeling or acting or singing or anything. But recently, I've really realised how much I just want to be a singer. And I'm just trying to make that work for me. Like, I've started posting on TikTok more, and I had something in my head that I was going to say.
So why do you want to be a singer? Like, because I know that a lot of the time when we have our talents, it's based on what we like. But how do you feel like you being a singer can help other people?
Well, everyone has their stories, and like most of the time they relate. But most of the time they relate, and I feel like I could like sing, write relatable stuff and like just connect to the audience. And like with songs like that, it really impacts the person. Like who for me? Because I wouldn't say I relate to much of Ariana Grande's songs, but okay, I can't think of an artist right now, but just like that, the whole relating thing and writing it, that's what I'd like to do for people.
Okay, you want to be able to like make them feel something, or make maybe a happy moment resonate in their head when they hear your music. Yeah, that's good.
And
Music's
that's important.
powerful.
That's very powerful.
Yeah, it is. That is lovely. I mean, do you have anything to add? While she's here, like, do you want to get anything out of her? Because we are, again, we're a whole, almost practically 2 decades. We're 2 decades older than her.
We are. Gosh,
and a lot has changed.
That, it's just made me feel like, oh God, I'm getting older by the years.
I don't even think that's that old. You know, she'd be like, "Oh, Mum, back in the older days," and I'm like, "No, I still had colour TV. You should allow it."
I know.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe school us on some slang because. Yeah.
Oh, she's ready.
Yeah, she's like, okay. My time now.
No, but the thing is with slang, people are always like, no, Italia, don't say that, it doesn't suit you. Because, like, they'll be like to me, oh, you're really posh, like, the way you talk and stuff.
Well spoken.
Yeah, but they say posh. And so when I say anything a bit, like, of our generation, like, the way people speak, they're like, don't say that, it doesn't suit you.
Mm-hmm.
But so most of the time I don't say it. From what I hear, there's, like, fairs, or, like, you know what fairs is?
Fair enough.
Not really. Like, say...
Fairs?
Yeah,
I thought that was
fairs.
fair enough.
No. It's like...
Give us an example of how you would fit fairs in.
The thing is, with fairs, it can kind of work with everything. It's just, like, an easy way to end a conversation, like, okay, or something. Okay, you say something to me. Because I feel like I can say fairs to it.
Okay. So hungry, I need to get something to eat.
Fairs.
Oh,
That's how
okay.
they
So,
say it.
okay.
So it's like,
fairs.
okay. Oh, you're hungry. Oh, okay. Oh, it's like, okay then, basically.
Literally
You're
okay.
agreeing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Give another something and see.
Oh, I need to do the washing today. It's washing day today.
Just like, oh, it's about the tone as well. So
Oh.
I'd say, like, fairs, like, in that way.
All right, but another word, because we know what fairs means now.
Oh, fairs.
Yeah.
Okay. Another word. See, I
Gosh,
don't
there's
really, I don't
loads.
speak like this, so
But your friends don't?
they do. I'm trying to remember.
Well, you said the other day something about boating.
Boating.
Yeah, about like when couples are in a like...
Shipping.
Oh, yeah, see? I knew it had something to do with a boat. Shipping.
What is that?
Yeah.
What
So-
does that mean?
If there's a couple that you think work really well together, you ship them.
How does that
But
even
how
make...
does that work? Yeah. Sorry.
It's just like,
Shipping is like getting rid of something, sending something away.
no, like, I don't really think the word matches the meaning.
It doesn't.
But
'Cause-
it is what it is. Like, shipping means that you two.
I mean,
work well with each
when
other.
we used to do like
Yeah.
songs, what was our common one that we did? 'Cause I can name a few.
So we would call parties shubs.
Yeah, Shubs was one of them.
Motives.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
so
you
you
what
guys
you
called it
motives.
motives.
We say shubs. We would call girls beans.
Why?
What?
Yeah, I mean, I used to hang out with my older sisters, so maybe you're
Beans.
too young for that,
What, you
and
mean
I
like
just
a bop?
made it. No, like, get some
Or
beans.
someone's got-
Like we would call it gash.
Oh yeah. Gash was one of them.
So
yeah,
the one
yeah,
above
yeah.
us, like, so if you're in your 40s or you're late, like 36, 37, you used to say beans.
You did.
Do you guys know what tuntun is?
What?
Tuntun.
What is tonton?
Tuntun.
Your private parts. Tonton.
That's what guys are like, no, I need to get some of the tuntun.
I thought they said nash.
That's bum.
Yeah, Nash
Nash
is
is
bum.
bum.
Yeah,
It's nyash.
Nash is bum.
Oh, is that like African term?
No.
No, I don't even know. Boy.
Bunda was like the old thing. People don't really say that no more. But that means bum as well. And then now they're saying nyash.
Well, we used to say back off.
Was
Oh,
it back
and
off?
It
Yeah.
was back off.
I thought it was.
Back off.
It was back off.
Was it back off? I'm sure there was another.
She got back off. It was back off.
Yeah, I think
You just
it
say
was.
she's got back.
Okay, so you halved it.
Back off. That sounds so bad.
I
because
remember when
it's backed off.
remember when we said to someone that if they're good looking, we call them chung. Chung ting.
Chung.
Chung was one of them.
And buff.
Leng.
Buff. Okay, so you said leng.
Leng.
Okay, leng. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Damn.
UK lingo slang for
it's
our
like
generation.
a cycle, isn't it? It's
I
like
know.
it goes in a different
Yeah.
sort of like. It's
Oh,
crazy.
What did you guys say
And
for
chung,
like
we used
people?
to say chung.
Like
Is that you're good looking? Chung.
Oh,
He's
Yeah, chung. Yeah.
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 I thought you were talking about stabbing someone.
No, it's only because you said leng. Right, it reminds
Yeah,
me
yeah,
you say
yeah,
chung.
chung, buff ting.
Yeah, chung chung chung. Chung. That is crazy. That is crazy. Oh, look at us. No, it's been great.
Yeah.
It has been great. I do want to get deep and personal with you, but I will save that for another time because it's been very, I'd say, educational.
Yeah, it has.
Eye-opening. I've loved it. And
Very
this is-
transparent as well.
Yeah. And this has been like our first episode, would we say season episode?
Yeah, first season.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, guys! So subscribe. So before we go, we're gonna have an exclusive. It won't be an exclusive by the time it comes out, though, will it?
When
It comes out Wednesday. No, Thursday. All right, fine. So before we go, here's a snippet of "Chasing Dreams" by yours truly, Tianna Bianca, featuring Atalia. Let's go.
Okay. Go on, girl.
When life hits hard, I won't back down. Go get a drive, with no frown. I'll rise above and break through. Defeat won't win. Gonna do what I set out to do. Chasing dreams. Let nothing hold me back. Keep soaring high.
Okay. And piano.
Reach the sky, 'cause no matter what, I'm all that I got. So just watch me achieve. Just watch me achieve. Just watch me achieve, yeah. In this life I stand alone, independent, fully grown, no hand to hold. I use my feet and walk toe to toe, competing with myself, that's the key. No rivals outside, it's only me. Chasing dreams. Let nothing hold me back. Keep soaring high. Soon
Don't we like this
gonna
song?
reach the sky.
Your friends will like this song. Yes.
I'm all that I got. So just watch me achieve. Nothing's gonna hold me back. I know where I'm going, nothing holds me back. So show your potential, tell them what your real potential. Breathe it in, throw it out. Don't let negativity hold you down. Breathe it in, throw it out. Chasing dreams. Let nothing hold me back. Keep soaring high. Reach the sky. No matter what, I'm all that I got. So just watch me achieve. No matter what, I'm all that I got. So just watch me achieve.
That was great. That was Chasing Dreams with your girl truly, Tianna Bianca, featuring Atalia. Make sure you go check it out. And it's been great. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's your girl Tianna Bianca.
And it's your girl Ray Wilson.
And Natalia.
Until next time.
Until next time.